Sanbonani, hello, hi. It's
Campus Insider.
You know what to do. It's Aobakwe Ramutla, aka Ramzy, and this is Campus Insider. Well, this video is sponsored by G Media. You can find them on Instagram at G Media and on YouTube at G Media. So today I am with. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Ramzy. My name is Tumelo Jupiter, aka Jupiter, and thank you so much, Campus Insider, for having me.
Well, your name is Jupiter, right?
Yes.
Why Jupiter?
Oh my God, okay. You know, Jupiter has like this massive gravitational force, right? So it like attracts, I don't know the right word for that, it attracts like most of like the incoming asteroids, you know, it takes them and it protects Earth. And I took that name because that's how I am with my loved ones.
Okay, I hear you. Well, since all this is the LGBTQI video, so do you mind telling me and explaining what LGBTQI is?
Well, the LGBTQI, these are letters that represent different sexual identities, but the umbrella term for everyone in the community is queer. So we are queer, and then the LGBTQI goes to describe our positioning under this umbrella term.
Okay, and why would you say it's important? Like, what's the reason behind us talking about it to maybe someone who doesn't know about it, like just educating someone else?
I feel like we need to educate, as you've mentioned, because not many heterosexuals have like much insight about how it is being like a queer individual, you know. So you grow up in like a society that's like male-female, you know, and since like the society is accepting queer people, I think we need to educate them so that they can understand our positioning in the society, not that they can just accommodate, you know, yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, Jupiter, what does every letter mean from the LGBTQI?
There are so many gender identities, but the most basic is LGBTQIA+, which L means lesbian, G, gay, B, bisexual, T, transsexual, Q, queer, intersexual, I, A, asexual, then plus is like all the other gender identities.
On that note, what would you identify yourself as and your pronouns, please?
Well, I am a gay man, and my pronouns are him, you know, his, yeah.
So on that note now, since you're wearing a dress, if someone comes to you and they'll call you as she or they name you as she, how do you feel about it actually?
Well, I feel like they don't know that I'm like a gay individual, so I wouldn't really feel bad, but I would tell them that next time they should do better, yeah. And I feel like people should become like, should normalize. You should normalize like embracing themselves. Even men should like get in touch with their feminine side, you know, yeah. Hence I'm wearing a dress.
And for interest's sake, actually, since we come from very different backgrounds, how would you say you actually came out to your parents, and how did they react to that actually?
You know, I always get this question. It's like, yeah, I've never really had to come out. I've been like this as far as I can remember, you know. So I feel like the whole coming, it is an issue though, but I've never had to go through that, yeah.
Okay, so if there is Jabu from outside watching this video and they want to come out to their parents, how would you advise them?
Well, I know that coming out is like not easy. It's one of the most challenging things in like in the queer community, right? I would say that they should, you know, sometimes you wouldn't know, but if you feel like the advice like people give you would work out for you, I feel like as an individual, if you feel like assured about if you really want to come out, you know, you can. But if you don't, that's also your decision.
Okay, understood. And then you meet different people each and every day. And what would you think their perception are when they see you?
Well, I know the first thing that comes to mind is fashion. I think people would think that I'm a drag queen. Yeah, I think that's like their perception of me. Yeah.
Okay. And there are a lot of people that are very homophobic. And with that being said, how do you feel about when you're around certain people, Baba feelisang unkare, you should change, or the person that you are doesn't, you know,
That one, I feel like if I'm in that sort of like situation, I know we all have like different backgrounds, you know, different worldviews. I would try to educate a person, but if they're not willing to learn, I'm just like gonna, you know, get out of that situation. Because at the end of the day, it's who he is. I can't change that about them, you know. So it's better to keep a distance and keep like a safe space for myself and just live a happy life.
Okay. And then another question that I want to ask you. Well, there are different colors on the flag. So would you mind explaining each color on the flag?
Well, before answering your question, can I just give you a little like bit of a backstory, right? I'm from like the super rural areas. So where I'm from, there's not really much about like queer education, you know. So I don't really know what all of the colors stand for, but I did read somewhere that the orange stands for healing and the purple stands for the soul, you know. So I feel like those are my two favorite colors personally, because as like a queer individual, when you go through a lot, you need to heal your soul. Okay,
so there are different sexualities, right? So for every pronoun in the LGBTQI, there is a sexuality, right? Can you please explain for someone who doesn't know, okay, now I'm lesbian, so...
Well, there's this term of MX. It's being introduced in many institutions, right? So if people don't want to be addressed as Mr. or Mrs., it can be always MX, you know. So that they don't feel like they're entitled to like choosing a gender, you know.
Oh, okay. So again, there's this term, everybody likes using. They'll be like, kill after 9, kill after 9, kill after 9. So what's that actually? What is me being an after 9?
Okay, there are some heterosexual men, you know. Okay, let me just talk about people in generally. You know, when you're straight and do something with a person of the same gender, you are labeled gay or lesbian or everything one answer. And that's not necessarily the case. I feel like people should explore their sexualities so that they know like their place, they are from their position. Well, I'm straight, you know. So heterosexual men, some heterosexual men, right, they like hook up, you know what I mean, catch my drift, with gay people after 9, because they don't want the society labeling them as gay. And you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay.
So
but some of them can be.
Okay, so this means it's me, okay, I'm a man, and then I want you, but then I don't want people knowing. So, kill it up shoe. Oh, okay. So, when I personally, would you consider going transgender?
I don't think so, but no, I don't think so. I don't think I would.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think these are all my questions. But before, if I'm an NW student and I'm still finding myself, I'm still finding my feet. I'm not sure what where would I really find comfort or like people to talk to in the community. I'm an NW if I don't know.
When you are like a queer individual who's new to the institution, I think the best foundation to know who you are is by joining societies. I feel like societies help people,
Can I please ask a question? In that note, which society, where, I don't know anything, I just came to NW, I don't know any society.
Oh, that. I'm pretty sure the OCC, like, they offer orientation and also they communicate everything, even like about like the launching of societies and everything. I think that's when a person can like join a couple of them, just as a queer individual, right? And I think that's how someone can actually know and find their way. And within, if they join the LGBTQI plus transformation society, right? And I think that's where they're gonna learn most things, and that's when they're gonna make a decision if like they're still not have decided on their sexuality,
And if I want to join the group, where do I go? Are you part of the executive committee?
I'm part of the executive committee. I'm the current affairs and community stakeholder officer of like the executive, and my main thing is dealing with issues that queer people like come across, so they can talk to me and I can communicate with the rest of my colleagues, and if anyone feels like they need to have like that talk, they can approach me or any of my colleagues. Because I feel like they should approach me because I deal a lot with like mental health stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, Jupiter, I can see, man, your outfit. Tell me more. Give me like.
Okay. I'm a creative director, right? And I love fashion with every fiber that's in me, right? So I don't really get like inspirations for outfits. I just wake up and look at what I have, and I don't know, something just like, takes over. It's just like it within me. I just love, standing out.
On that note, Jupiter, where can everybody find you on your social media and also the LGBTQI social media platforms?
Our Instagram platform is LGBTQNW, and personally, my Instagram is @CreativeJupiter. And my contacts are like 0721253568 in case anyone would wanna like communicate and say anything with me. And we also have a Facebook page, NW Val LGBT.
And then your Instagram handle?
@CreativeJupiter. And on Twitter, if anyone would like wanna check me out, is @Jupiter_C17.
Okay, on that note, thank you, Jupiter, for coming to our episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to Campus Insider.
Thank you so much, Ramzy and Campus Insider, for hosting me. And it has been an amazing experience because this is like my first interview ever. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching the video Under Transformation. I am Aobakwe Ramutla, aka Ramzy, and Hari Ngwanaga. Until we meet again.
Bye.